Hi, now you've been promoted to tutor level, I just thought I'd give you an overview of the features that are on the site. You should have already created your profile and listed which levels you're available to teach. It's important that you then look at the Maths Doctor Business Principles. By opening this page here, you can see what we're all about. We also have site news in the middle here, and this is where we'll communicate to just tutors. Students and clients can't see this site. In addition to the site news, we also have a tutor forum which you can reach here under the tutor menu, and you're free to place anything you like in here, and there's some interesting discussions that have been on. It's a real community of tutors here, so feel free to put down anything that you want advice on or help with. The section here, prospects, will only be relevant once you've been approved, so you might not see this at the moment, but this is telling us whether or not you're taking on new clients. If you say no, we won't give you any new clients to call. If we are going to give you new clients to call, that would come under this prospect section here, and so you'll see a list of the people that are interested in tuition and the contact details and the time they want to call back. Upcoming lessons is where you'll see lessons that you have booked with students. You can see here that I've got a number which are coming up in the future, and this one that's red has finished, and so I need to rate that lesson, and this is important because it gives the student feedback on how things went, but it also signals the accounting system to make a charge to your account so that you get paid for that lesson. You'll notice that every single lesson has its own room, and these rooms exist forever so that the student can go back and look at what was done in that class. Once you've rated a lesson, it moves into completed lessons, so you can always go back and view the feedback and view the room in future time. So if you want to see what you did with a student in the last lesson, that's where you would go and look. Lesson charges is where your fees will be posted to, so when you rate a lesson it will create a statement here. When we make payments, that will also show up on lesson charges. New quick rooms, if you want to just create a room on the fly to practice or to use for whatever reason, you would have a room that's attached to the lessons, and you also have a room that's attached to a prospect. Such as here. However, sometimes you might just want to create a room on the fly. Let's say you put yourself as being online and someone sends you a quick chat message and said, look, can I have some help? And you do a lesson on demand. That's when you use a new quick room. You create the room, copy the URL and message it back to the person to get them to join you. Non-class transaction is something you don't need to worry about. That's only for senior tutors. View my calendar. This is where you can get to your calendar system. And it's fairly straightforward here. This is a closed eye icon which shows that you're busy, and you can click that to make yourself free. And let's make myself free for 1 hour. You can do repeats, etc., to save yourself time. So if I make myself free for an hour, it shows as an open eye, and then you can go and add lessons with students here, or you could do a non-class if it was something just privately for you that you wanted to remind yourself to do. So for example, if a prospect didn't pick up the phone, you might put a non-class activity to remind yourself to give them a call at a later stage. Now it's important that the free time you put here is accurate and up to date, because students can see this and they can book lessons directly on your calendar. So it's a very efficient system, but you need to make sure that it's locked down so you're not getting lessons booked when you're not available. Student information, that's once you've got lots of students, you can go in here and find the student you're looking for. You just type in their name and it should automatically find them, and then you can see things like their profile, as well as seeing their getting an email contact with them or seeing what their levels are, etc. Did that work? Student name search, there it goes. So if I click on his photo, I can see Finn Brewster's details, and I should be able to see his levels, etc. in there as well. If we keep looking, I've got here LHD stands for Lesson History Database. So that's just a list of all the lessons that you've rated, and once the student rates them, you'll see the students' feedback there as well. Tutor forum we've discussed. Help desk FAQ. You might look in here for bits of advice and help, etc. I teach is the section which shows what you are willing to teach. Now it's important you keep this up to date so that we know which students to pass to you. You've seen this in the previous training. The messages is a good system. You can message people when they're online, and you should get a pop-up box when that occurs. Now here's the important bit, your courses. Now you can see this person's done Tutor Training Part 1, that's completed, but there's also Tutor Training Part 2 in progress. Now once you've completed these courses and filled in the questionnaires at the end, we can review that and then we'll make it complete if we're happy with that, and we'll also give you feedback here. So you could actually look at your grades here and see how you're doing. So on Tutor training part 1, you've got an excellent, it's complete, and I could even come in and maybe see some feedback. Well done, course complete. So we might give you some more detailed feedback here. So that's a quick overview of the site. We hope that's enough to get you up and running and start looking around and playing. The last thing to say is that all the courses information we have is in the middle here. So if you come and look at a course and go into a course, what you're looking for is the questions section. Ignore the whiteboards for now. Questions would allow you to open a PDF and then you can save that to your desktop. So you'd go save this, and then once it's on your desktop you can then upload it into your classroom. So that's how you would get resources or questions into the Scribbler room for the moment. There is another method we'll teach you later. But that's it for now. Thank you.